Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
It's always a good lineman, big dog. You see another Miranda out there?
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know what makes
That what you saying?
still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No sweat all the sun.
Well, yeah, you didn't know you was gonna trade your best two linemen though at the time. You probably would have. Mm-hmm. Cause nobody really had a dominant line like that, and some folks, you done traded for them, or they came like that. Who you trade for? Oh, you got Tyron Smith now. Boy getting passed around like he a bum. He ain't going nowhere now. He done found a home. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, that's why you had the AB back, huh? He good for a couple. Dang, they dropped him down to a star. You lying. Boy. The gang gave him all that too. That's the crazy thing about it. Who that, Bruce Smith? That's the dude he brought over, a cornerback. How I train my team, scout next draft class, smoke a whole port, and puss. And this month fly ain't joined up yet. Smith? Harrison Smith, the white boy. Y'all look like y'all related, big dog. No, y'all like the same. Oh. What's that game he got? Oh, you already played him, didn't you? Boy. Well, what did he say? Is he? Glad I traded that nigga, man.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's
you got Tyron Smith and DJ Moore?
As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone.
Them next year second really be good, bro. Cause well, you be forgetting you got them, boy. Why?
Now Goff on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
Boy, that was a back and forth crazy game.
Their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
You got that pick 6. I think you caught a pick 6 or something. I think you got a pick 6 to go up 14-13 or something like that. I said, yeah, he's probably gonna beat him now.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, Goff. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air again. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
You think so?
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's going to air one out. And this is
Quan, you got to catch that.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for
Boy, you see it something when you see it.
Shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They hate.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up
with
something
big dog
here on third down. Out of the gun, Goff. Again, it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Quan.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to fire one. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, y'all rolling, boy.
His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
It'd be time for Memphis. It may be, dog.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, we doing that.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11.
You ain't going with him?
Falcons pick up the first. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Why would you have to drive if he drives? But don't you drive for 8 hours a day?
They'll fake the give. Now gone. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 38. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
You ain't had your ball already?
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally.
Dog, y'all got some late buys.
Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And here's another interception to start this first quarter.
He talking about me, man.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
Now Trubisky on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
We go, 76.
They start the drive with Cook. Cook stripped.
Let's go!
And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that...
Oh, my God!
And they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Hmm? Oh, okay.
Trubisky will throw.
Oh, I thought you was running the street.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive.
What are you talking about, Gordon?
The 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Oh, Gordon back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Whenever I see a team... turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Secure tackle.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky, buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mitchell Trubisky doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Ooh.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been.
Jones.
Simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
I've seen that.
This is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
These things came to play ball today.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to be absolutely ready right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was
swallowed
swallowed
up. About to turn her
because
all the way. You hear me? All the way.
Linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do I get out of this?
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
Man, I can't see, bro. Hey, Warpig, how I change my view?
It's a gain of 11.
Warpig says it's a glitch or something, though. Changing your view.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
Yeah, my view is messed up. How do I change it? I'm doing that.
5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
4 down, 4 down. Check. Ric Flair.
Goff now to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Cook.
Good stuff, George.
Here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Down stack.
59, 180. 56. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And my goodness, another interception.
Look at Dean, man.
The 45. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Man, if I had a nigga with a cannon, man.
2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant
Murder one on one.
And a route is on here in this
the hottest
half.
nigga under the sun.
The touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
I come from under the tummy.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard
Bust in the tummy. Y'all on rust.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate? The punter, a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 24, check 24.
Here's Goff.
Oh, my fault, Corn. Oh, I had one.
Bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, no!
Josh Hill complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Goff now looking to throw. They complete it to Hill.
That nigga stop.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Man, I don't want nobody to talk to Big Dog. Why you attacking me, man?
You don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things
Nigga, man, he can't play his game.
It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Oh, get out of there.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's caught by OBJ. Touchdown!
Boy, still got Odell.
Odell Beckham, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant's extra point up and good, and a route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Oh, my goodness.
That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy
So
of
new
the
episode
20.
drop tomorrow at 5 Eastern. New episode tomorrow at 5 Eastern. Boy, you said something. Oh, 7 Eastern. 5, okay.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
I was right, bro.
the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Come on, lad. We better than that.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, here we go. Play 56. 56.
Here's gone. And it's
they got me.
But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Atlanta.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Goff again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
It's caught at the 10. A big play there just before halftime, and even 60 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jerick McKinnon His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Oh!
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I didn't want to throw that. Stupid.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink the situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Back to throw, gone. Campbell making the catch. And the ball is knocked out.
Oh, the ball was out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone.
He already knew about all that, though. That boy follow that stuff heavy, bro. This ain't no new stuff for him.
Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back.
I mean, the nigga is adherent of the Nation of Islam, bro. He know that story. No doubt.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5.
D. Frank is not for the kids, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
39 yards there, a big one.
Just more of the same there.
That was not for the
Guys
kids,
have just been running free in
man.
the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown.
With the headband on.
7 on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And after the touchdown,
who is this Pops? Anybody know? Nah, she's a light-skinned lady. Uh-huh.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin
Well,
the
you
next
said
drive.
something
The
when you
Falcons
said that.
offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, Goff. Catch made here by Campbell.
His mom, they be showing her everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I never seen the dad.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
It's a gain of 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now it's gone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we
Man,
even
these
get to the
Saints can't
fourth
play
quarter,
tonight.
widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup,
D. Frank, what's going on, big dog?
Get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Let me ask you a question, D. Frank. Hey, when you playing your game, big dog?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Boy, me either. Why you ain't go to senior night tonight, Clarence? I ain't, bro.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this
so
one.
you hating, in other
Need
words.
it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Goff. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is
Who they play tonight?
The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what
They
they're
on TV?
supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction,
Yeah.
downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 20! And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. DJ Shark, 45 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They're not ready for this, man.
To throw is gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues.
It's going to be 6 right here.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with
Me either.
and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
He doing what now?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
That's what Steph usually do, but he hurt.
Now gone.
I overran it. Oh!
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at... the 36-yard line.
What's wrong?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch QB drop.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He finds McKinnon, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It's certainly.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Man, this nigga Jamal Adams done forced 3 fumbles, bro. Oh, my God.
For the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover.
Hey.
Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting
Why
on
them niggas
0.
attacking me, bro?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Dang, man.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield.
Whoa, when jokers ain't playing that game, they mad. I like it.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, you got to hold on to that, Miller.
Feed down, no, it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Coming to you, coming to you. 56. Hey, Alpha. 56 is the mic.
Throwing on third. Gone. That one complete to Hill. 23 yards on the play. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Like 20. 56. Here we go, D.
On second and 11 now. Goff gets this to Campbell out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A 7-yard gain.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. It's a party now.
Cook following the penalty. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm on.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Flush to his right. And he'll find Hall. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50.
That's how we gave up some
30,
points. Get the freak out of here. That's how we gave up some points.
The end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand.
That's how we gave up points.
Now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really
nigga laid on the ground and nobody touched him, and he picked it up and ran.
Which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And
it's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Boy, you said something when you said that. I ain't lying to you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at it and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile,
what the frick was that?
Should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Campbell making the catch. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check 56. I got you. I got you. Mike 56. 12. 56. Let's go, D.
Third and long. It's gone. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Why we didn't pick it up?
Felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get
it. It was there.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number.
That nigga taking my family, though, man.
Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15.
Why you taking my family, man?
So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my.
Get this some throw power, bruh.
Better, you will never find.
No throw power.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winning side. Where they try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. It's pretty red with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. Leave beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you want?